Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for having me. Thanks to IBM for having me. We're going to talk about music and the Grammys and the music industry and the Recording Academy. But I want to ground our conversation today with a little bit of context. The Grammys, the show, is a huge production. It's a live event for 20,000 people at crypto.com arena, and then it's broadcast for millions of viewers around the world. So, Adam, I think that people have a sense of the Grammys. They have this sense of, awards shows in general, the red carpet and the sort of glamorous side of things.
Right.
But I was wondering, from your perspective, there must be a deeper meaning for all the people who are closely involved. And I was wondering, how would you express what that deeper meaning is and what that impact is for, I guess, the music industry, for the artists, and also for the fans?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for having us. I'm a huge music fan. I love what I get to do, but we're working at a not-for-profit, which a lot of people might not know. We are a not-for-profit, membership-based trade organization that serves the music community, right? Simply put, we've got 30,000 members that make up the Recording Academy, and that's a lot of different people. So there's performers, producers, engineers, songwriters, composers, and the industry professionals in general. And so we're here to serve all of them, which have all different needs. And so a lot of what we do 24 hours a day, 365, is really focused on making sure that we're lifting up their voices on a global stage.
And Azu, you're a member of the Academy. What is your experience as a member, and what does that even mean to be a member of the Academy?
Yeah, I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, like many people watching the award show and wondering how it worked. I am labeled as a professional member of the Recording Academy. But as Adam was saying, there's a lot of amazing things that they do, but really the foundation of it's community. And it's the ability for us to be able to connect and help protect and advocate for creators on all sides of the industry in all different categories and sizes of career. It's not just for the megas. It's not just for the folks that you see performing on Grammy night. It's for the creators that live next door to you in St. Louis, Missouri, for example.
I mean, you've worked with so many artists who have won Grammys and been nominated for Grammys. You've seen, I think, what the direct impact of that award can do for somebody's career. What is your experience in terms of how a nomination can change things? Like Leon's nomination just came out, I know, but have fans reacted differently now? Or do you feel like things have changed before the awards show even happens?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think there's been fans that have been with Leon since the start of his career, and for them, there's a sense of ownership that they kind of helped co-birth, if you will, this career. And then with the Grammy nominations, there's twofold. I think for the artists, it gives them validation and recognition from their peers, which is a really important thing because it is that sense of community that I talked about, and the fact that you're validated by your peers, that your music should be recognized and the world should know about your music is a pretty honoring thing. And then from a career perspective or from a manager perspective, it opens up a lot of doors, a lot of opportunities, a lot of more visibility, and therefore the artist is positioned for other things that weren't there before the Grammy nominations.
But it's almost like, as validating as it is for the artists, sometimes it's validating for the fan base as well.
Yeah, it's like, I told you so.
Yeah. Well, part of the reason why I was asking about fans is because a lot of the work that IBM has been doing with the Recording Academy has been around creating an exciting experience for fans on the Grammy website. And this year, you developed this music trivia game called Grammy IQ, which you just saw. And I thought it would be fun to make you all play it as well.
Oh, boy. Okay, here we go.
But before we get into that, I thought, Monica, I was wondering, could you explain how Grammy IQ came about as an idea, and also how you all made it?
Yeah, definitely. This is our 9th year of our collaboration with the Recording Academy, and we're always looking for ways to work together to create compelling fan experiences. And to create Grammy IQ, which is a trivia game, we used AI and IBM Watson X to generate the clues, the options, as well as the Tell Me More content within the experience. And the Recording Academy actually has this large music data collection, and the Grammy IQ experience brings fans closer to that, makes it accessible. And we're really excited about Grammy IQ launching January 20th in preparation for this year's Grammy Awards.
It's amazing. It's a great way to bring the fans closer to the music, for sure.
I have a special place in my heart for Watson X because my dog is named Watson. So I'm already in. So Adam, you have this technology as a new part of the Grammy experience. I was wondering if you have a sense of the ways that the Grammys have been changing over the years. Do you feel like there's a trend of how the Grammys have changed in your tenure?
Certainly in my time, for sure. I think what we always do is we go where music goes, right? So we are following the trends, but we're also seeing and we're hearing firsthand what the community needs. I think, first of all, technology and having partners like IBM helps us in a way that we can connect to people more directly, in new ways, quicker, faster. And that's part of what we do together. And there's so many cool opportunities for both global artists and local artists. So how do we use technology to find everybody and identify, bring people to the table, and then do that in other parts of the world possibly? So it's really exciting, but we're kind of following and seeing where things are going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monica, you said that this is launching January 20th. Are you already thinking about what you're going to do for the years to come? Like, do you have a sense of what the future of Watson X, as it pertains to the Recording Academy and the Grammys, will hold?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're always looking ahead. I mean, first of all, technology is changing at such a rapid pace now, especially, when it comes to AI. New models are coming out, new potential for fan experiences. But AI is really just a means to an end. Watson X helps us to be able to analyze vast volumes of data, but the goal is to create compelling and engaging fan experiences.
Do you take your leads from the Recording Academy, or do you proactively bring ideas, or is it somewhere in between?
I think it's both ways, actually.
for sure.
So we listen to the Recording Academy in terms of, what your vision is, what your goals as a business are, and then we bring technology to the table in order to create that compelling fan experience, or to make that transformative, business technology and to apply it to that business problem.
Right. Exactly. These are the best experts in the room. And so the more that they know about our business, the better they can help serve us and serve the community. It's great.
So are you all ready to
Let's jump in.
try it out?
Sure.
Okay, the first one. At what age did Leon Thomas make his Broadway debut? Is it A, 10 years old, B, 11 years old, C, 15, or D, 8? And there's a lot of pressure on one of you to know the answer to this.
Yeah, I feel everyone looking at me.
He's been on the stage a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting. I don't remember the exact age. It would have been a better question if it was what did he perform in?
Yes.
That I know.
Right,
But,
yeah.
but he was young. He was very young.
I feel like we're looking at A or B, like
Yeah?
10 or 11.
I don't know. I might go low.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 8.
Oh, 8. All right. What do you think?
I'm gonna say 10.
I feel like I'm going to go 10 too.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
All
got
right.
this?
I could be wrong though.
10 is your. All right, we're gonna go with 10. Thankfully for you, that's the right answer. You'd be.
All right.
I can remain employed. That's good. All right.
Okay, here's the next question. Which Grammy Award category was the last of the big four to be added to the ceremony? Was it Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, or was it Best New Artist? Adam, I think the pressure is on you now to know this one.
Curious to see what you guys think. I think I know.
I would think it would be D.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's Best New Artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're going to D, final answer.
Okay, yeah, again,
Okay.
luckily for you.
Yes.
You're right. I keep my job. This is great.
It's the glimmer in your eye,
For Leon specifically, look, as we're talking about the future, what do you think the future is going to hold for him? I'm specifically curious about once an artist gets these Grammy nominations. I mean, he's nominated in the biggest categories. Like, does that change the kind of pressure that's on him, the kind of stakes for him as an artist?
But strategically for us, we're always thinking one step ahead. So right now, obviously, it's going to be a very, very big month with the award show. And then coming out of this, we'll start to grow the audience. So we strategically went into smaller venues this year so we could really start to build a relationship with our core fans, a lot of which are here today. And then obviously we had a very big announcement this past Friday where we're going to be going into stadiums with Bruno Mars. So that's obviously a much broader audience and bigger audience. But it's also, again, going back to the whole recognition that somebody like a Bruno Mars would want Leon Thomas to come in and share the stage with him in the biggest venues you can fit into in each of those cities.
Yeah, yeah, and a bunch more people are going to be introduced to him through the Grammys when they watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much.
All right. Thank you.
That's
you.
it for our,
Thank you, guys.
for our chat
Thank
here.
you.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Please give a round of applause for our panelists, Jonathan, Monica, and Adam. And check out Grammy IQ. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.